Hey yo, what is up, Knights? Aegis Rick here, bringing some news a lot of you probably already expected. Yes, the newly released Lancers have already gotten their second awakenings. To go with this release, we've got a lot of sales as well as some themed events as we usually do. And of course some other stuff sprinkled in if you haven't given into this Lancer hype. But there's a lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go. Let's get it out of the way first. Lancer's second awakenings, the Durandal and the Warlord. Both of these amplify the respective classes in big ways. The Skirmisher gets a much needed burst and a huge boost to his Mirage skills, even giving him a Mirage on his basic attacks. The Vanguard, on the other hand, got a whole suite of hold type moves and even a huge grouping skill, which was definitely needed. Their second awakenings are huge room-wide nukes for the most part, which is standard fare when we talk about the second awakenings. Of course, try your own hand at it, but in my opinion, both of them got great second awakenings. Now, some events that pertain particularly to Lancers. Like always, we got the second awakening event titled Demonic Lancer Awakens, which gives you perks once you achieve these milestones. Notably, there is a bunch of interdimensional fragments and clear tickets for the second awakening and your feat quests. Remember that the 200 interdimensional fragments down here are account bound, and so they don't have to go to your Lancer, but you can only redeem them once. Continuing also with this event, the SD Demonic Lancer that's been here for the past couple of weeks has a new quest for you that will reward you with the class advancement scroll, but only one. For the most part, this is extremely useful for whenever that character gets an epic for the other subclass. This is especially true with the Epic Road event that we'll talk about shortly. However, this item can also be used to change jobs if you're feeling any sort of remorse for making the other Lancer. Now let's go into the cash shop, because while there are a lot of additions, most of them pertain particularly to Lancers. We've got a new item in the month for the month of September, this time being selective emblem boxes, which can be put into advanced avatars or higher to give you yourself bonus stats. Now, oddly enough, there isn't a page here in the Hot and New tab, but we've got the Awakened Ones avatar for the Vanguard and Skirmisher. For those who don't know, these are special avatars made to mimic the artwork for your first Awakening job change. They always come in 4 recolors as shown here, and they generally look pretty dang awesome. You won't usually get another chance to get them, so pick up a package if you find you like any of them. The package comes with it some other goodies to go with the costume as well, such as an inventory and safe expansion and Neo Premium Plus contract. If those avatars aren't your fancy, however, as usual with every second awakening, except night, you get 2 new avatars as well, as I'll try to show off here. I'm getting the casual wear or school attire kind of vibe with these, but if that's up your alley, well, check them out here in the normal avatars tab. I checked also, there's still no skins for Lancer. Lastly, in the cash shop, we also have the cute chibi petite friends again for the Durandal and Warlord. What? Does it really say Warlord? Anyway, it's Warlord, don't worry about it. These pets, like the Awakened Ones package, and quite frankly every package deal, will not be sold again, so make sure that you get them now before they're gone for good. Aw, look at how cute he is, man. But anyway guys, for the remainder of this video, I'll be talking about the various events that we also got with these changes, and these are not specifically tied to Lancer. Anybody can do them and reap the rewards, which as a precursor, you should definitely do them because there's a lot of sought after stuff this time around. First off, Honey Time is back, baby. You know how this works already. Stay logged in for the allotted time and get rewards. The daily rewards consist of lives, Kaleido boxes, and EXP capsules. The cumulative rewards include an inventory expansion, Neo Premium Plus, an epic fragment pot, and ultimately a free Ancient Legendary box, which, fingers crossed, allow you to select any quest legendary item for free. Not bad at all. And that's not the only time we'll be getting those either. Alright, the next event is the Epic Road, which for all intents and purposes is a pretty big deal. It was actually released during last week's update, but since it was the only thing, I decided to wait until now to talk about it. Basically, there is an extra world in which you can participate 5 times a day per account to attempt to get an epic weapon which ranges up to level 80. On the weekends, your entries also get doubled. There's a small catch though. This again is 5 entries per account, and the epic items that you get aren't like the ones that you get from Hell Mode. They cannot be disassembled, meaning you won't get eyes from them. And if you get an epic that you cannot use or don't want, the best you can do is simply NPC it. That being said, it's still a great opportunity to get an epic item up to level 80. so make sure that you farm on the character which would benefit the most from something like this in some way. Overall, it's a very easy dungeon and worth taking the few seconds to do it, but just don't get your hopes up because the rates are still pretty ridiculously low. If nothing else, make sure to check the shop here in this new region because you can purchase a level 70 epic as well as some other items from this NPC using the coins that you get from this dungeon. Definitely worth checking out and abusing. Anyway, the next 3 events are your optimal level dungeon events, which you can only participate in them by doing dungeons that suit your level range, so be mindful of that when you're trying to farm for them. The first, Finding Anthony, is related to this cute golden Anthony here in Syria's room. Look at him go, woohoo! Anyway, whichever character that you are playing with, make sure that you buy a handful of these nets. You'll need them for the event. In the boss room of optimal level dungeons, you'll see 2 of 3 differently colored Anthonys. You've got to capture them in order to win these rewards as shown here. It's as easy as that, really. However, these buggers are quick and can even be killed by your attack, so try to capture them as soon as you enter into the room. Optimally, players have found that the Watchers of Natram dungeon is a very efficient place to get them as shown here, but again, they show up in all optimal level dungeon boss rooms. The prizes include a selective chronicle box, another selective ancient legendary box, and then a never before seen gigantic presence energy set box, which is a very potent set which can only be farmed in Anton normals. Currently, only epic sets can beat the power of these things, which is huge. The second event, War Preparation, is a bit more complicated. All mobs in optimal level dungeons have a chance of dropping some supplies, 3 different types to be exact. Each supply crate gives different rewards if you open them, namely EXP capsules, interdimensional fragments, and finally demon invites. However, don't be too hasty to open them, because if you take 5 of each supply crate over to Nain here in Underfoot, you'll be rewarded with a daily gift. And yes, it does expend the supplies to do this. This daily gift is cumulative, so try not to miss any days to get all of the bonus prizes, and here is the prizes as you get them in order. Once you get all 7, it goes back to day 1 and repeats. Of course, you don't need to give the supplies to Nain, however, and if anything, this can be a worthwhile way to farm things like demon invites and interdimensional frags in its own right. Now, I've saved the most unique event for last, which is the Back to DFO School event. Honestly, I got little understanding as to what this has to do with going back to school, but anyway, let me explain. Completing optimal level dungeons will earn you tickets. Think of them as raffle tickets, but you don't use them in-game, because instead the prizes are earned in real life. You'll use your tickets on the DFO website instead, and there you can use your accumulated tickets to enter into raffles to win these prizes. There's going to be a lot of us participating and not that many prizes, but everyone can increase their odds by entering more than once. Personally, even though my likelihood of winning is minuscule, I still love events like these that break away from the mold and even give us a chance to win prizes that are real instead of in-game. Here's to seeing more creative events like this in the future. Well, anyways, that's all I got for you guys today. There are some hidden stuff which people are probably all already talking about, such as the reveal of the Anton raid probably coming in a few weeks. However, all that in due time. But anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you knights later.